Queer-coded refers to the subtextual coding of a character as queer in the media. The character of Ursula in The Little Mermaid is an excellent example. This means that a character has been designed to have traits often associated with LGBTQ+ culture. Ursula was inspired by the famous drag queen performer, Divine. Her flamboyant and extravagant personality is a clear reflection of this inspiration. The Disney team has even acknowledged Ursula's queerness. The producer and lyricist of The Little Mermaid, Howard Ashman, once said that everyone agreed she looked a lot like Divine. If you don't know, Divine was the drag persona of Harris Milstead. She was a real trailblazer at a time where queer people didn't have much room in the media. You might have seen her in Pink Flamingo or Hairspray, and the side-by-side comparison to Ursula is striking. There's no denying Ursula is divine. The Disney team even drew inspiration from her personality, manners, and voice. And this legacy lived on in the live-action remake. Melissa McCarthy, who plays Ursula, said that her portrayal of the famous villain was also inspired by drag performers. She said, "To keep the humor, the sadness, and the edginess to Ursula is everything I want in a character. And frankly, everything I want in a drag queen." But not every character on our list of queer-coded Disney characters were inspired directly by queer people. In fact, most were not. The sexual identity of queer-coded characters may never be explicitly confirmed, and the team at Disney may never have thought of these characters as queer. It's the audience, often queer audiences, that recognize themselves or their community in these queer characters. Most characters are queer-coded through traits, often stereotypical attributes. For example, a character may be overly masculine or feminine. They may embody gender norms broadly attributed to the opposite gender. Scar from The Lion King embodies traits that are stereotypically attributed to the opposite gender. It becomes even more apparent when comparing Scar to his brother, Mufasa, who embodies stereotypical masculinity. Mufasa is physically strong, he has a deep voice, and exerts power over his realm. In contrast, Scar is slightly built, and his mannerisms and speech are more feminine and dramatic. In the movie, Scar admits, "When it comes to brute strength, I'm afraid I'm at the shallow end of the gene pool." To me, this feels queer-coded. In a previous video, we talked about how society generally associates stereotypical masculine traits like strength with straight men rather than gay men. Scar was not intentionally created to be a queer character, nor was he inspired by a queer person. However, queer audiences may identify some familiar attributes in him. Some animated characters are coded to appear queer, even if not explicitly stated. And this is not unique to Disney. Many animated characters outside the Magic Kingdom are queer-coded. Some examples include him from the Powerpuff Girls, James from Pokémon, and Velma from Scooby-Doo. In the 2022 movie Tricks or Treat Scooby-Doo, she was portrayed as a lesbian for the first time since 1969, so she's one of the very few queer-coded characters to officially become queer in the canon, and it only took half a century. The next character to make it on our list of queer-coded Disney characters has a similar path to Velma. In the original animated movie of Beauty and the Beast, Le Fou is queer-coded. He has an infatuation with Gaston in a silly manner, but the film never explicitly mentions that he's gay. However, with the release of the 2017 live-action movie, Disney made it canon that Le Fou is openly gay and portrayed that way by Josh Gad. But a few years after the release of the movie, the actor expressed some discomfort with his portrayal. He said, "We didn't go far enough to say, 'Look how brave we are.' My regret in what happened is that it became Disney's first explicitly gay moment, and it was never intended to be that. It was never intended to be a moment that we should laud ourselves for, because frankly, I don't think we did justice to what a real gay character in a Disney film should be. And that's up for debate. As for myself, I believe that progress comes in small increments. Perhaps this subtle portrayal of Le Fou as a gay character is a step forward in the right direction. That said, if you want a Disney movie that portrays gay characters with real heart, I suggest you watch their short movie called Out. By the way, I made a short about this movie, it's available on my channel. So far, our list of queer-coded Disney characters include a lot of villains, and you will see more villains in this video. We could speculate all day as to why so many Disney villains are queer-coded. But I'll let you do that in the comments section as we talk about another villain, Jafar from Aladdin. Jafar stands out from other male characters in this movie due to his camp and glamorous demeanor. He defies the stereotypical masculine traits that are often portrayed by male characters. Unlike other men in the film, Jafar wears robes and a cape, which sets him apart from traditional masculine clothing. Like Scar from The Lion King, Jafar does not rely on physical strength to get what he wants. Instead, he uses his magical abilities. Here too, the Disney team acknowledged the queer aspect of Jafar. Andreas Deja was the lead animator for this character. He admitted to a book author that Jafar was conceived as a gay man to give him theatrical qualities and elegance. It's also worth noting that Jafar, Scar, and Gaston were all conceived by Deja. But don't worry, not all queer characters are villains. Many people argue that the character of Merida from Brave is queer-coded. Merida goes against traditional gender roles and societal expectations that her family places on her. For instance, she refuses to participate in an arranged marriage planned by her mother for political gain. Merida's defiance of these expectations make her an empowering character, especially for those who identify with her struggles against societal norms and gender roles. She indulges in hobbies often perceived as masculine, such as archery and rock climbing. Her character is admired by many queer individuals who feel a connection with her because of her defiance of nonconformity. There are also character duos that are perceived as queer by the Disney fandom. If you identify as queer, you may view the friendship between Timon and Pumbaa in The Lion King differently. Some people believe that these two characters are actually in a romantic relationship. Similarly, fans have been speculating that Cogsworth and Lumière from Beauty and the Beast may also be a gay couple. Did you know that in the original Lion King movie, the character Timon was voiced by Nathan Lane, who is openly gay? In the recent remake, the role of Timon was played by Billy Eichner, who is also openly gay. In an interview with Stephen Colbert, Billy hinted at some gay rumors surrounding the character and joked that in the new version, Timon could finally marry Pumbaa and live openly. Timon and Pumbaa are not explicitly gay in either movie, but we've seen one explicitly gay couple in a Disney movie before. In Zootopia, Judy's neighbor are gay. Zootopia co-director Jared Bush confirmed this in a tweet. They are a gay married couple. The next character on our list probably won't please everyone, but I decided to include him anyway. Ken from Toy Story is queer-coded. He's obsessed with fashion and glam. He's camp in the tackiest way possible. In the movie, Ken resents being called a girl's toy. He desperately wants to conform to masculine ideals, even if deep down he goes against the grain. So some people view Ken as a closeted gay character. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. The next character on our list was a surprise to me. The song Let It Go from the movie Frozen has resonated with many people on a deeper level. In particular, it has struck a chord with members of the LGBTQ+ community who are forced to hide their true selves from the world due to safety concerns or because they're not yet ready to come out. The lyrics of the song reflect this harsh reality. Don't let them in, don't let them see, conceal, don't feel, don't let them know, and other parts of the song could be interpreted as a coming out. Well, now they know, let it go, don't hold it back anymore. After the movie became a hit, some fans started a movement on social media to ask Disney to make Elsa have a girlfriend. However, Elsa was never initially created as a queer character, and the song Let It Go was never meant to be a coming out anthem. It only shows how people from different backgrounds and walks of life can relate to certain characters based on their experiences and perspectives. Thank you so much for watching. Click the top link for my review of Red, White, and Royal Blue, and click the bottom link for my latest content.